Okay, good morning everyone. So, panibagong topic na naman tayo ngayon, no? Today we're just going to talk about itong tinatawag nating women's right, no? Kasi we also would want to participate in the 18-day campaign, no? To end VAUSI, no? And VAUSI. What is VAUSI? So, we pertain to VAUSI as violence against women, no? So, we had that question na parang we were wondering na bakit biglang nawala kasi yung children dito sa ating, kasi supposedly, Republic Act 9262 protects not only the rights of women but also their children. But nonetheless, siguro they would want to focus solely right now on VAUSI. Me myself have would like to advocate also yung zero tolerance natin towards the issue on VAUSI, okay, violence against women, because sa ating profession kasi we definitely would want to have a peaceful, maayos, matino, at less free society. So that is why we are talking about the VAU, or violence against women, because the impact of having a toxic relationship in terms of the life of being married, mahirap yan kasi it does not only affect the primary victim, which are the women, doon sa mga ganitong uri ng relationship, but also their children, na nagkakaroon ito ng impact doon sa kanilang sa kanilang anak, nagkakaroon ito ng impact doon sa kanilang family as a whole, and of course the behavior of their children, kung sino man ang mga anak ng mga victims of violence against women, nagkakaroon din ng changes in the behavior, nagkakaroon din ng changes in their behavior. Okay, so I think one of the most important thing that we should talk about this is of the concept of awareness, kasi marami pa rin tayong mga kababayan, especially mga kababaihan, that are really not so aware on their rights as women, kaya yun yung isa sa ipaglalaban natin, of course, itong violence against women. Dapat we will develop a zero tolerance towards them. Okay, so before we start, I would like to introduce to you, and the main source of the rights of the women is nandun sa ating tinatawag na Magna Carta for Women, and when we talk about Magna Carta, we are referring to a certain law or a certain list of freedom, of freedom. So marami tayong Magna Carta, Magna Carta for PWD, Magna Carta for children, Magna Carta for women to include. So if you want to read full rights, the different rights of women, you may refer to doon sa ating tinatawag na Magna Carta. So the fight for the rights, fight for the recognition of the rights of women started on the nagkaroon natin ang tinatawag na women's right movement, So we define women's rights movement as a diverse social movement that sought equal rights. Gusto nilang ipaglaban yung pantay na karapatan, pantay na opportunity, and of course more freedom for women. Okay, so bakit kasi natin nasasabi, or bakit natin nasabi na kailangang ipaglaban yung equal rights, equal protection, among women? So if we're going to look back into our history, mapansin natin that women are marginalized, women are marginalized. They're being marginalized as a social group, as a part of our community. When we talk about marginalization, we define it there, according to Republic Act 9710. Marginalization refers to the condition where the whole category of people is excluded from useful and meaningful participation in political, economic, and social and cultural life. So alam naman natin sa ating society, no, na meron talaga tayong tinatawag na marginalization, no? So ang mga kababaihan, no, nung unang panahon, okay, bago pa nagkaroon ng tinatawag nating women's rights movement, is being marginalized. They're not allowed to participate in any kind of political decision making, no? Hindi nga sila pwedeng kumandidato, hindi sila pwedeng bumoto, no? It was reserved for the male gender only ang mga karapatan ganyan. In terms of trabaho, no, kung makita natin, hindi nabibigyan ng pantay na opportunity ang mga kababaihan during those times. So clearly, no, they are victim of marginalization. Ibig sabihin, no, na hindi sila nakakatanggap na pantay na trato sa ating society just because of their gender, which is women. Okay? So with that, no, nagkaroon tayo ngayon ng tinatawag nating women's rights movement para nga ipaglaban itong tinatawag nating karapatan ng ating mga kababaihan, no, karapatan nilang magkaroon ng pantay na karapatan sa ating society. Okay? So that's clearly is the reason na kung bakit maraming mga batas or may mga batas silang nagawa, no, na kung saan is ipinaglalaban, no, na magkaroon tayo ng pantay na pagkilala, pantay na recognition, pantay na karapatan sa mga kababaihan. Okay? So tayo bilang bilang kalalakihan ay hindi dapat mainggit or hindi dapat magalit, magtampo, no, kung binibigyan ng mas karagdagang karapatan ng ating mga kababaihan because sabi ko nga, they are being marginalized, no? Sa atin naman mga kalalakihan, we aren't being marginalized, no? As of before. I do not know kung ngayon we are also being marginalized. But when that time came, well, magkakaroon din tayo ng mga karapatan. But I would rather not have additional rights than being marginalized muna. So, okay na tayo kung ano man yung mga meron tayo ngayon. So, let us value that. Okay? Now, because of this marginalization, no, nagkaroon tayo ng different social movement and as well as universal recognition and action on ending itong tinatawag nating discrimination or marginalization na natatanggap ng ating mga kababaihan. So the creation of the 9710, no, Republic Act 9710, the recognition of the CEDAW or the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women are among the efforts made by the government, no, not only the government but the entirety of the different countries, no, nagkaroon sila ng kanya-kanyang movement, no, to end itong tinatawag nating discrimination. Okay? Now, the recognition, no, there comes the recognition of human rights, no, of women, which we know for today, no, meron tayo lagi dyan na di-discuss yung tinatawag nating women empowerment, no. When we talk about women empowerment, ibig sabihin that the law recognizes that or the law recognizes and give, no, award the, you know, parang nagbibigay sila ng recognition that women can also participate, that gives them participate in these different social activities, no, na-empower na sila. As of today, makita nyo, when we talk about women empowerment, makita nyo, mga pinapakita nila is regarding the different successes of these women in different fields, no. That means that they're being empowered, no. So as of today, women are very empowered, no, in terms sa employment opportunity. Kung makita nyo, ang dami na ngayong mga kababaihan na nagtatrabaho, and most of the time actually is sila yung mga leaders, no, sa mga organizations, sila yung mga kilala, sila yung mga may positions and so on. So that's part of being or of the women empowerment. Kumbaga, nagkakaroon na sila ng representation in every social aspects, no. Politics man yan, no, trabaho, so social media and so on. So very empowered naman na, no question about that. Very empowered ng ating mga kababaihan. It is also would parang motivates the women gender, the female gender, to actively participate. Huwag ninyong isipin that hindi nyo kaya dahil babae kayo. It's never been about the gender. Hindi yung gender ang basis natin para masabi natin na kaya mo o hindi mo kaya yung isang bagay. So yun naman yung pinupunto ng tinatawag nating women empowerment. And of course, we have discrimination against women. We have a lot of laws already that prohibits any kind of gender-based distinction or gender-based exclusion. Bawal na po yan sa ating society right now, that you would discriminate a certain person, according to his gender, especially the women gender. So, like for example, mag-apply siya sa'yo ng trabaho, hindi mo tinatanggap dahil babae siya, if there is no clear or valid reason naman for discriminating or for excluding the women gender for the job, I don't think that it is right. And the law does not think that it is right. So, equal opportunity dapat ang ibigay pagdating sa employment. So, ibig sabihin, kapag ikaw babae, nag-a-apply ka at hindi ka tinanggap for the reason that ikaw ay babae and that is not related to the job, wala namang specific gender requirement yung trabaho, then that is clearly a discrimination. And then we have gender equality. Gender equality refers to the principle of asserting equality of men and women and the right to enjoy equal conditions, realizing their full human potentials and so on, to contribute to the society. So as part of the human rights for women, they're advocating also yung tinatawag nating gender equality. Ibig sabihin yung pagkakapantay-pantay, that no one should be excluded just because they are belonging to a specific gender. So dapat malinaw po tayo doon, at dapat po ay aware tayo na mali po ang pag-stereotype or mali po yung tinatawag nating gender discrimination, because we should be treated equally, since human rights ang pinag-uusapan natin so lahat naman ng babae o lalaki or all human, when we talk about human rights. So pantay-pantay, kung anong natatanggap na karapatan ng ating mga kalalakihan ay yun din dapat ang matanggap na karapatan ng ating mga kababaihan. Okay? Then, gender equity, this is more, I think, mas magandang ipaglaban itong tinatawag natin gender equity, because this refers to the policies, instruments, programs, services, and actions that address the disadvantaged position of women. So it's all about gender equity. I think it's more appropriate to fight for gender equity, na kung saan is, there are still weaknesses, of, kumbaga, meron talaga tayong clear disadvantage in terms of opportunities and in terms of all the things, like for example, kung halimbawa meron kang ipapabuhat na isang mabigat na bagay, okay, and everybody are required to carry 10 kilos of that thing, everybody. So, kung nasa konsepto tayo na tinatawag natin gender equality, ibig sabihin, lahat dapat, pare-parehas ang bubuhatin. Okay? So, that's under the concept of gender equality. Kasi nga, pantay-pantay, pagkakapantay-pantay. However, if we are going to fight for gender equity, that would be the most appropriate one. Kasi alam naman natin that in terms of raw strength, syempre, mas malakas talaga ang mga kalalakihan. So, it would not be fair on the part of the women to carry the same burden as that of the men. Kasi nga, in terms of strength, talagang mas mataas naman talaga ang strength, stamina ng kalalakihan. So, kung susundin natin ang tinatawag nating gender equity, dapat nakaayon lamang yung burden na bubuhatin ng ating mga kababaihan based on their gender. So that would be more appropriate than just plainly fighting for gender equality. Kasi sa una pa lamang, hindi talaga pantay yung ating strength, hindi pantay yung ating tawag nito, hindi pantay yung ating capability, sa mga kababaihan. Mas mahina, mas mahina ang ating kababaihan. So yun yung konsepto niya, no? That dapat hindi sila treated equally. Instead, no, they should be treated according to their strength, according to their stamina, according to their capacity, which is, I think, much better yun than gender equality, no? Para mas maayos siya. Anyway, equality pa rin naman yun, no? Papasok pa rin siya sa equality. However, yun nga lang is merong kumbagang consideration, no, onto the gender of the women, no, to the specific gender, kasi nga because of this gender talagang meron tayong hindi pagkakapantay-pantay. Okay? And then another na pinaglalaban nila is yung tinatawag nating gender and development, no, which are programs na kung saan is the purpose is to empower, to promote equitable, sustainable, and free from violence, no, society, no, and respectful to human rights. Okay? Gender mainstreaming, ito sa pinaglalaban nila under women's right or human rights for women. Now, when we talk about gender mainstreaming, it refers to the strategy of making women as well as men's concern and experience an integral dimension of design, implementation, monitoring, and evaluation of policies and programs in all political and economic and societal spheres, no? So that men, women, and men benefit equally, and inequality it's not perpetuated. So, gender mainstreaming, I think, eto na nga yung ginagawa natin ngayon, no? That we are advocating, no? A vow-free, no? A violence against women, free society, no? That's part of gender mainstreaming, no? Kung saan yung mga issues talaga na nakikita natin with regards to gender discrimination is talagang pinapakita natin para maging aware ang karamihan, para maging conscious ang karamihan with regards to matters relating to gender, no? Okay, then we have violence against women, you know, yun yung pinaka-core ng ating discussion, no? Violence against women refers to any act of gender-based violence that results in some kind of we have different forms of violence naman kasi dyan. We have sexual, physical, psychological harm, and so on. So, all of those, no? Kasi baka mamaya ang iniisip natin, when we talk about violence against women, we're just referring to physical violence. No. Marami tayong uri ng violence. Okay? So, we have here the different types or forms of violence. No? We have yung tinatawag natin domestic violence, no? Marami ding uri yung tinatawag nating domestic violence that includes economic, no, psychological violence, emotional violence, and physical violence. So, hindi lang physical ang may tuturing nating violence, no? Pag sinabi nating violence against women. Okay? So, be mindful of that kasi baka mamaya hindi naman ako victim ng violence against women. No, I don't need to complain, I don't need to empower myself and so on. Pero hindi mo alam pala that violence against women also includes, no, economic, psychological, and emotional. And sa atin naman, from the opposite gender, we should be aware that violence does not only include physical, no, pati emotional. Baka mamaya ini-stress mo, dinidepress mo yung partner mo and so on. Hindi mo siya binibigyan ng pagkakataon na kumita sa sarili niyang pamamaraan. That is also a form of violence, so we should be aware of that. Okay? If you want to end, no, yung vow, no, yung violence against women, then first we need to identify what are the different forms of violence so we know what to end. No, alam natin kung ano yung ihihinto natin. Okay? They have also yung femicide. Pero ito mga femicide na ito, no? Ito yung mga before, no? Yung mga ginagawa before. I don't think meron pa rin ngayon sa society natin to because this is a form of very barbaric actions, no? Ang femicide kasi refers to the intentional murder of women, no? Because there were women, no? Nagiging victim yung mga women ng pagpatay because the perpetrator specifically target them for being women, no? So that is femicide. And then we have also sexual violence. Napakarami ng tinatawag nating sexual violence, but you should be aware of this, no? Na pag sinabi nating sexual violence, that refers to any sexual act committed against the will of the person, no? So we have here the different forms of sexual violence, no, included si sexual harassment, no. Para sa ating mga kababaihan, dapat aware tayo, no, when are we already being victim of sexual harassment, no. Rape, alam naman natin yan, no, rape. We have also corrective rape, and we have rape culture, no. So sexual harassment, this usually happen kapag halimbawa yung isang babae is being nagkakaroon ng sexual tawag nito advancement, no, yung opposite gender, no, yung opposite gender na mayroong authority over that person, no. So nagkakaroon tayo ng sexual harassment diyan, pinagbabawal po 'yan sa ating batas. And of course, rape, alam po natin 'yan, no, non-consensual sexual intercourse. So, ibig sabihin, if the women did not consented any sexual intercourse yet, no, nag-push through yung opposite gender for sexual intercourse, hindi pinayagan, hindi siya pumayag, labag sa kalooban niya, that is rape. We have also corrective rape na tinatawag, no? Meron kasi mga ganitong nangyayari sa ating society. For example, you're a member of the LGBTQ, you're lesbian, and they wanted you to become a woman, no? A straight woman. So, ikaw ay ina-engage into rape, no? Pero corrective rape is the act of engaging to sexual intercourse just to parang give them a reminder that they are women and so on. So, very, very illegal. Pero papasok pa rin ito sa rape, no? Ang kaso pa rin yan is of course rape, but the action, no, could be considered as corrective rape kasi ginahasa siya para ipaalala na siya ay babae and so on. So, bawal po yan. Rape culture, no, yung social environment that allows sexual violence to be normalized. No, we should not be normalizing itong tinatawag nating rape culture, no. One of the tawag nito, kasuklam-suklam, no, na nangyayari sa ating society is they're making rape issues, no, as a joke, no, parang ginagawa nilang biro-biro. It's not okay. It's not okay to talk about rape in that manner, no. Kumbaga, never been na naging katuwaan, never been na naging joke ang issues natin with regards to rape, no. That is a clear sign that you are not respectful to the rights of the women if you are making jokes over rape cases and so on. So, hindi kasi maiwasan din ng iba, no, because they are not the victim of it, no, hindi naman silang nakaramdam nito. So, minsan pa nga nagkakaroon tayo ng tinatawag nating victim blaming, no. When we talk about victim blaming, ibig sabihin yung biktima pa mismo ang sinisisi dahil ganyan ka kasi manamit, ganyan ka kasi umasta, kung sino-sino kasi sinasamahan mo, no. So, yun yung issue natin with regards to rape culture na for that reason nanonormalize pa yung tinatawag nating negative o yung nanonormalize pa yung tinatawag nating victim blaming sa rape, no. So definitely we should avoid those kind of actions because of course that is still considered as form of sexual violence, no. And that means that it is a violence against women also. Diba? Kung gusto natin zero tolerance, let us not do any of these things na matatawag natin na forms of violence against women. Okay? Then we have also human trafficking, female genital mutilation, child marriage. No, I think this is another issue, no. Diba, we have a law, meron tayong bagong batas, no, na naipasa with that prohibits yung tinatawag nating child marriage, no. Ano ba yung tinatawag nating child marriage, no? This refers to any marriage where one or both of spouses are below the age of 18, no. Meron kasi tayong mga traditions, cultures, no, may mga tribes na kung saan they allow the marriage of children, no. When we talk about children, sila po yung mga below 18 years of age, no. So legally, no, sa ating batas po, bawal po yan yung tinatawag nating child marriage, no. Pwede pong may makasuhan dyan, especially the facilitator, kung sino pong nagpakasal sa kanila, no, yung mga sympathizers niya, kung sino pong nag-sympathize doon sa pagpayag doon sa kasalan na nangyari, they allow it, no? So magiging liable sila sa ating batas. So definitely, no, ang child marriage po ay isang o may tuturin nating form of sexual violence or a violence against women. Again, zero tolerance tayo, so we should avoid or we should not practice child marriage. Let them no? Be the legal age. Hayaan mo silang umabot sa legal age at magdesisyon, no? Para sa kanilang sarili. At hindi po dapat parents ang nagde-decide, guardian ang nagde-decide, society, the tribe ang nagde-decide para ikasal yung mga bata na yan, because they're not yet at the legal capacity to enter into marriage, or they are not yet, or they don't have yet any legal capacity to enter into a certain contract, and that is marriage. Okay, then we have also online and digital violence, no, forms of violence that refers to violence committed, assisted or aggravated using with the use of information, communication, and so on. So ito yung mga minsan the portrayal of women, negative portrayal of women sa social media are forms also of online or digital violence. Okay. We have also here the forms of digital violence against women, commonly cyberbullying. Alam naman po natin yan, no? Yung sending intimidating or threatening messages to women, no? They're being bullied, okay, because of their gender. No? Non-consensual sexting that involves sending explicit messages or photos without the recipient contents, no? Bigla kang sinisendan ng mga alam mo na yung mga explicit messages, no? Like for example, they're sinendan ka ng malalaswang photos, malalaswang message, and so on without your consent. That is a form of digital violence also, no? So if you're a woman and nakaka-receive ka ng ganon, you might as well report that to the authority, kasi nga that is a form of violence against women. And we have also doxing, no? Involves the public release of private or identifying information about the victim, no? So meron kasi mga ganyan na kung saan bigla ka na lang pinupost, no? Matters like libelous, pwede siyang maging libelous, no? So, have an etiquette naman, for example, sa mga kababaihan. Kasi minsan kababaihan din lang naman ang gumagawa nito, no? So, say for example, yung asawa mo may kabit, and then yung private information ng kabit ng asawa mo is pinublish mo online, no? Pinublish mo on social media, no? Unconsented. Yung mga private identifying information niya. That is also a violence. So, just to be clear naman, no? It's not because the crime is violence against women automatically that the perpetrator are actually the men, no? Because violence against women may also be perpetrated by the same gender, no? Pwede rin ang mag-perpetrate yan, mag-commit ng violence against women or kapwa nila kababaihan din mismo. So we need to be fair with regards to that, no? So women, no? Of course, the law recognizes that you have the rights, no? And you need to be aware also that if you were given a rights, you were given the responsibility, no? So always yan na may kaakibat na responsibility. So avoid din natin yung mga ganong actions, no? So under the concept of women's rights and empowerment, no, included yung mga nilalagay nila or nakalagay doon na rights is of course the protection of violence. That's why we have 9710, we have 9262, and so on, that protects, no, that protects the women from any kind of violence, no? And in cases of women affected by disaster, calamities, and other crisis situation, no, the women has the right also to be protected, no, in those cases. Participation and representation, so they should be given a voice, no, in decision making, in policy making, no, in the process of government. So they have the right now to participate in the social issues, social matters, no. Hindi porket babae sila ay wala silang alam pagdating sa mga nangyayari, no, sa ating kapaligiran, no. Actually they have, no, and they deserve to be heard, no. They need to have a representation. Equal access and elimination of discrimination in education, scholarship, and training, yan, isa din yan sa mga issues na nasettle or na palaging sinasettle ng ating batas pagdating sa women discrimination. no, na sometimes they're being discriminated in terms of education, in terms of scholarship, in terms of training. Di ba? May mga courses before sa amin kasi we are in criminology, no, hindi pwede na sabihin wag kayong mag-enroll dito sa course na to because this is a man's course, no. So wala na pong ganun ngayon, regardless of what the course is, kahit anong kurso yan, no, ay hindi mo pwedeng exclude, no, yung mga kababaihan if they want to participate, no, before they implement itong for example lang naman, nabanggit lang din kasi sa akin to, may mga trainings before na hindi pinapayagan ng mga kababaihan, no, na mag-enroll, no, sa government. Merong mga courses na hindi pinapayagan ng mga kababaihan na mag-enroll kasi babae daw sila, pang lalaki daw kasi yun, no. Say for example, dati kung halimbawa automotive, as an example, pag automotive, okay, alam naman natin pang lalaki yan, no, but that does not mean that you should exclude women from enrolling the same course, no, kasi hindi ka pwede dito kasi babae ka. No, that is actually or a clear discrimination, no, that targets the women gender. Okay? Same as true with regards to sports, no? Sa sports, baka sabihin, hindi ka pwedeng maglaro ng basketball kasi babae ka. No, they should enjoy they should enjoy equal rights in participating in these different sports. Kaya kung makita nyo ngayon, no, sa lahat ng sports ay meron na tayong tinatawag na category, no? Meron ng pang babae at meron pang lalaki. Okay? Women in military, that is a man's job. However, we should not exclude women in participating in those kind of job. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin, huwag kang mag-aral, mag-apply dito, huwag kang magtrabaho dito kasi gera ito, no? Bakbakan ito, hindi pwedeng mga kababaihan. So that is discrimination. And nowadays, as makita nyo naman, no, in all parts of uniform service, no, sa lahat ng uniform service, laging merong kababaihan. Okay? So, non-discriminatory and non-derogatory portrayal of women in media and in film, no? Sometimes, may mga panood, may mga movies, may mga panood kayong nakikita, no, sa social media natin na negative ang portrayal ng mga kababaihan. Bawal na din po yan, no? Kasi typically, dati sa mga pelikula and so on, pag makita mo, babae sa bahay, nagluluto, naglalaba, nag-aalaga ng anak, gano'n. That's negative, stereotyping, no? Bakit? Ganun ba dapat ipakita ang mga kababaihan? If you want them to be empowered, wag mong ipakita na ito lang ang role mo sa society. So, those things were removed already, no? Yung ganong stereotyping inaalis na or naalis na sa ating sa social media, yung mga ganon, because that is a negative portrayal, no? Na pag sinabing babae, automatic ang role mo is ganito, no? Nagluluto, naglalaba, nasa loob ng bahay. Hindi lang po hanggang doon lang ang ating mga kababaihan. Okay? In terms of women's right to health, no? They have develop a gender-responsive health services and programs, no, na nagbibigay na rin ng protection sa ating mga kababaihan, no. Syempre, in terms of health, in terms of pregnancy, marami ng mga benefit ang natatanggap nila pagdating po dyan. Okay, then we have also special leave benefits for women, no, sa mga trabaho, they were given leave benefits, no. Equal rights in all matters relating to marriage and family relation, no? In terms of marriage, no, meron tayo before provisions na kung saan mas pinapakinggan ang desisyon, no, mas ino-honor ang desisyon ng ating mga kalalakihan, no, ng ating mga kalalakihan. Pero I think meron sa 9344 yung nagkaganon, no, may provision sila na kung saan pag sinabing if there's a conflict between the decision of the parents, of both parents, the father and the mother, the father's decision shall surpass over shall be tawag nito, mas yun ang susundin, no? So clearly that is an equal that is not equal. That is not equal treatment. There is a discrimination against women. So I do not know how the law 9344 really goes about with that. No, I think they have both rights. No, lalaki, babae, dapat pantay ang kanilang authority in making decision towards the betterment of their family. No, and in terms of marriage also, they should be given the same opportunity, no, to make a decision concerning their marriage. Okay, so those that is the simple lecture that I wanted to provide, no, in tawag dito, in participation, no, or para sa pagkilala, na pakikilahok doon sa 18-day campaign to end vowsy of our country. We aim for vow-free PH, Philippines, no. Of course, nakikiisa kami, ako, no, pagdating sa mga usapin, pagdating sa vow or violence against women. And let us have or build a society with zero tolerance towards violence against women. Thank you very much for listening. That's it for today. See you guys sa ating next video. Bye-bye.